Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash at the garage, where badge hype gets tossed in the glove box, spec sheet worship gets left at the showroom door, and what we're left with is the kind of raw, real-world driving truth that only comes from time behind the wheel. If you're new here, buckle up, as this is your pit stop for no-nonsense car reviews with a pulse. Today, we've got something special, something that's been stirring up a storm in enthusiast circles at a 2026 Subaru WRX STI. Yep, it's back, it's bold, and it's gunning straight for the soul of every petrolhead out there. Exterior. So let's dive in, and see if this new STI still carries the same bloodline that made it a rally-bred legend, or if Subaru's latest hero has gone soft in its quest to keep up with the times. First up, the exterior. From the moment you see it, the 2026 WRX STI hits you with purpose. The front fascia has taken a more aggressive tone compared to the outgoing generation. The headlights, sharp and angular, flanked by blacked out surrounds that scream menace. That hexagonal grille is now wider and lower, giving it a serious snarl, almost like it's inhaling air before a full-throttle blast. Subaru has clearly gone for a mature aggression here, a less boy racer, more grown-up bruiser, but they haven't lost the STI edge. You've got a beefy hood scoop, functional of course, because this isn't some poser trim. It's there to cool the turbocharged heart underneath. Below, the front splitter has active aero elements now, helping with downforce and stability when you're pushing the STI on winding roads or track days. From the side profile, you can see Subaru's engineering muscle at work. Pronounced fender flares bulge outwards, housing wider 19-inch forged alloys wrapped in sticky Michelin Pilot Sport 5 rubber. The stance is lower, more planted than ever. You'll notice the STI exclusive side skirts that don't just look good, they're tuned for airflow. The character lines along the doors are subtle but muscular, adding to the visual weight of the car. There's a new roof design too, made of carbon fiber on the higher trims to reduce weight up top and improve handling dynamics. Little details like the red STI badges near the fenders, black mirror caps, and matte black window surrounds all remind you this isn't just a WRX, this is the pinnacle. Swing around to the back and it's all business. First, yes, the wing is back, but this time, it's optional. Subaru lets you choose between a massive, rally-style fixed wing or a more subtle ducktail spoiler, depending on how loud you want to be. The taillights are slimmer, with a C-clamp LED signature that gives it a futuristic, mean stare. The quad exhaust tips are real, not those fake trims you get on some performance cars, and they sound every bit as menacing as they look. The rear diffuser has been reworked for better airflow and now integrates a center fog light, a nice WRC-inspired touch. You also get additional vents around the rear bumper, not just for looks, but to manage heat and reduce drag. Interior. Step inside, and the 2026 STI doesn't let off the gas. Subaru has overhauled the cabin, finally bringing the WRX STI into premium territory, but without ditching its race-bred roots. You're greeted by deep, suede-trimmed Recaro bucket seats with STI embroidery, red contrast stitching, and side bolstering that hugs you like a race harness. The flat-bottomed steering wheel is Alcantara wrapped, with a chunky, satisfying grip, and STI drive mode toggles right at your thumbs. In front of you sits a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster that's fully customizable, whether you want classic analog-style dials or a track-oriented G-meter display. The center stack features an 11.6-inch vertical touchscreen, lifted from the Outback and WRX, but upgraded with a faster chip and performance-specific telemetry. You can view boost levels, lap timers, torque distribution, even adjust the DCCD, driver-controlled center differential, right from the screen. The cabin feels more driver-focused now. The materials, finally worthy of the STI badge. Soft-touch leather on the dash, carbon trim inserts, red seat belts, and minimal chrome. It's a mix of race-ready aggression and daily usability. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are wireless, of course. And yes, there's a Harman Kardon audio system if you ever decide to turn the Boxer soundtrack down. Now let's talk about the part that really matters, performance. Under the hood, the 2026 STI finally gets the long-rumored upgrade. The FA24 DIT 2.4-liter turbocharged flat 4, tuned specifically for STI duty. It now makes over 400 horsepower and 400 pounds-feet of torque, sent through a reworked 6-speed manual gearbox. That's right, no CVT nonsense here. Purists, rejoice. Subaru has also enhanced the clutch for better durability and engagement. Shifts feel tighter, more mechanical. Each gear changes an event. Power is routed through Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive system, but now with torque vectoring and adaptive yaw control. The result: insane levels of grip, especially in corners. This car eats up apexes and begs you to push harder. Subaru's revamped the suspension too, with electronically controlled dampers that adjust on the fly. You get 3 driving modes: A Sport, Sport Sharp, and Track A, each dialing up throttle response, steering weight, damping stiffness, and AWD behavior. The 0-60 mph sprint, just 4.2 seconds. Top speed is electronically limited to 165 mph, but straight line speed was never the STI's only party trick. It's the way it carves through corners that sets it apart. The chassis is 15% stiffer than the last-gen STI. Body roll is virtually eliminated, and thanks to the new dual-pinion steering rack, the response is sharper than ever. You think, it turns. Simple as that. Brakes come from Brembo, with 6-piston calipers up front and 2-piston at the rear. Fade resistance is excellent, even after repeated hard stops. And Subaru's new performance traction system lets you slide just enough before stepping in, perfect for when you want to have a bit of fun without completely shutting off the nanny aids. As for fuel economy, it's decent for the segment. Expect around 22 miles per gallon combined if you're not flogging it. But let's be real, no one's buying an STI to hypermole. Now let's talk numbers. The base 2026 Subaru WRX STI starts at around $48,000. Yes, it's a bump over the previous gen, but you're getting a far more capable, refined, and premium package. The top-tier performance trim, with carbon roof, adaptive suspension, and all the bells and whistles, that'll set you back around $55,000, depending on options. Compared to rivals like the Golf R, Civic Type R, or even the Kia Corolla A, it's competitive, especially when you factor in AWD and Subaru's reliability rep. So what's the verdict? Is the 2026 WRX STI worth the hype? In a world where automakers are chasing hybrids, going soft, or watering down heritage in the name of mass appeal, Subaru's done something rare. They've doubled down. This STI is faster, more agile, more refined, and yet still raw in all the right ways. It still talks to the driver. It still makes you feel connected, alive, and in control. No artificial nonsense, no flappy paddles, no fake exhaust noise. Just pure, analog thrill with just enough tech to keep things sharp. If you grew up dreaming about rally stages, backroad blasts, or midnight highway pulls, this car gets it. It still has that spirit. It's matured, sure, but it hasn't gone soft. That's it for this in-depth look at the 2026 Subaru WRX STI. If you found this review helpful, don't forget to smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and of course, subscribe to Car Flash for more raw, real-world reviews without the fluff. Until next time, keep your revs high and your traction tighter. See you on the next ride.